The Homestead, Florida Detention Center is the largest for-profit child prison in the U.S. It has surpassed its maximum capacity, housing around 3,000 kids. Caliburn, the company that owns the facility, earns $775 per child per day. This adds up to $2.325 million a day. The prison is supposed to house 13 to 17-year-olds, but a recent report revealed that some of the children are as young as 8. So how many children are kept at Homestead?
On July 10th, Congresswoman Debbie Mercasile-Powell said that there are almost 3,000 children detained there.
So how many children is 3,000?
3,000 children would fill 42 school buses to their maximum capacity. They would fill 130 average-sized American classrooms. But the kids at Homestead aren't on school buses and they aren't in regular classrooms. They are overcrowded into a facility not designed for those numbers, being punished when they have done nothing wrong.
So what's being done about it? A group of people have organized and have witnessed at the facility every day for over 150 days so far. What does it mean to witness? Why is it important to witness?
Homestead is miles from any place you'd find easily. It is isolated for a reason. The people profiting off what is happening to these children would like it to happen in secrecy. Witnesses interrupt that. By bearing witness, they show kids that people care about them, that they have not been forgotten. Bearing witness focuses a spotlight on those responsible for these atrocities, but perhaps more importantly, the witnesses hold up a mirror for all of us, so that we have to really look closely at what we will and will not allow.
So what does the Homestead facility actually look like?
This is our setup. Well, the witnesses setup. And we make a lot of our decisions and plans there. And there's the facility entrance. A lot of people have tried to get in, but very few have successfully made it. These are all banners that we handmade and or that the witnesses made. The 17-year-olds are in a separate facility behind us, and when they turn 18, they get shackled and brought to an adult prison. There's a fence where the kids ages 8 to 16 are. And these are some of the witnesses on the barricades looking over the fence. Yeah, sometimes, and up ahead you'll see all the ladders. There's more people there. Yeah, and you can see the ladders now.
This is a memorial that witnesses have made to remember kids who have died in facilities similar to Homestead. We worry that if this problem is not addressed soon, there will be deaths at Homestead. We hold up hearts for the kids to see, and the witnesses wave to them and yell to them in Spanish. Sometimes they wave and yell back. I have pixelated the faces of kids and workers within the facility. Although the images of the kids are powerful and need to be shown to wake people up to what is happening, it is impossible to ask for the kids' consent to share their picture. Seems like they really enjoy seeing the witnesses.
I think bearing witness is a really important act when something terrible is going on and you want to draw attention to it and you want the people who are part of it to know that it's not happening in a vacuum, that other people are aware and other people are paying attention. One way you can do that is to show up and actually put your body in that place, put your eyes and your ears in that place, and it lets other people know about what's going on, and it lets the people who are there know that you're there to help. The more people that go there, the more the kids who are being held in that child prison see that there are people trying to help. The more people that go there, the more the media pays attention to it, and then the more people know about it, so people can get involved. And maybe if other people see videos of people going there, that'll make them think, I should call my Congress member, I should call my representative, I should send a letter or an email. Maybe I should go there, or I should help send money to support other people to go there. It gets other people engaged because they see you doing it.
So the kids only get 1 hour outside. They have the same meal 3 times a day, and they're not allowed to make any physical contact. So they can't, if they know someone or if their sibling is in the facility, they can't hug each other.
It's hard to express how sad it is to be there and see the kids, but the witnesses are putting in an incredible amount of work to close that facility. They haven't missed a day witnessing. They've created beautiful banners and hung them near the road for people driving by to see.
All of the things that matter to me in our history and in our current environment, meaning equality and justice and fairness and creating a culture in which everybody has a voice and everybody has rights, all of those things were achieved through activism. Women have gotten to the point where we have rights that we didn't have because of activism. People of color have gotten the rights that they have because of activism. The LGBTQ community has gotten to the place we are at because of activism. We owe a lot to the people who have stood up and fought for what they believe in over the years. And ultimately, the way our power structure works, the way, people with privilege and power, and people who already have their rights are often unlikely to just voluntarily give them to other people. It's the other people finding their power and rising up and demanding their rights that creates equality and social justice. So it matters to me to be a part of those movements and that progress. So the witnesses are on the ground there in Homestead, and they have the opportunity to see who's doing business with Homestead. And sometimes they can spread the word about the names of those companies, like the tent company putting up tents there for kids, or the bus companies transporting child prisoners. And that gives the public an opportunity to respond, either with phone calls, emails, online surveys, or reviews, and let the company know what they're doing and that the public and the community would like them to stop supporting a child prison. It's a powerful way to respond to the information the witnesses share.
The only reason they have hats at all is because witnesses noticed that guards had sun protection and the kids were hiding their heads under their sweatshirts for relief from the sun. Because of Elizabeth Warren's strong positions on those issues, I felt hopeful we could get her to go. I also understood how difficult it is to make any schedule changes to a senator/presidential candidate's schedule. I spoke with Senator Warren and her staff at events in New Hampshire. We followed up with emails and phone calls. 2 days before the debates, it looked like she was not going to be able to make it. We were at Homestead that day when we got that news. We had just come down from the ladders. We left Homestead. We drove to her town hall in Miami, and a group of us that night poured our hearts out to her and asked her again to go. My 8-year-old daughter looked her in the eye and said, "I've just come from Homestead and those children need you. I think you need to go." I told her that we know where her heart and mind are on these issues, but where you put your feet matters as well. Showing up matters. Other witnesses who have been there for months on end shared their stories. Senator Warren heard us. She made it happen. She showed up.
I know your heart is with those children, but we need you there. We need your presence to bring the press and to bring your national attention. So, I'm going to Homestead tomorrow. Come with me.
The next morning, we woke up early and met Elizabeth Warren at Homestead. I led Elizabeth Warren onto the ladders at Homestead, and Elizabeth Warren lifted me up onto the ladders with her. So, people think there are people under 13, but then people here say they're 13.
The 13 to 17, I think,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Except for that, there was a report last month that said there are some 8-year-olds here. It's very, very sad,
So
huh?
they're going around. Do you know what happens in each of those tents?
Yeah, well, I think they sleep in one of the buildings there or there.
And
I
yep,
think it's there. And they do activities out here, like they sometimes play soccer, except they only have 1 hour out there, so they can't do much.
And right now it looks like they're keeping everybody inside, so we can't wait.
Yeah. So, sometimes all of them are out during the 1 hour though.
Here come a few more kids.
Let's wave to them.
Yeah.
You think they know that we're here?
Yeah.
Right? Did they give them some hope? A wave to them? Senator, do you have an appointment to go inside?
Some of them wave and some of them don't, because some of the guards are more strict.
So sometimes they don't let them wave, is that right?
Yeah.
And sometimes they can wave. Some of them are. There they go.
Are they waving? Hey! Yay! Hola!
Democratic presidential candidate Elizabeth Warren visited the Homestead facility for migrant children.
Hours ahead of the first debate, Democratic presidential candidate Elizabeth Warren visits the Homestead migrant facility, where children separated from their parents at the border are being
Elizabeth
housed.
Warren was here earlier. She took a look at the facility. She looked over that wall.
Dear Senator Warren, thank you for going to Homestead. I think the kids needed you there. Even if it looks like the kids can't see you, they can, and it makes a difference for them. I think that every little thing makes a difference, and eventually we can shut the facility down. I think you would be a good president because you fight for the things that you think would make the world a better place. It's really sad to see the kids because they didn't do anything wrong. When I stood on that ladder with you, I felt sad and happy. I felt sad because the kids were there, and I felt happy because I felt like with your help we can shut the facility down. Dream big, fight hard, become president. Love, Summit.
How can you help close the facility and others like it? Well, you can go witness yourself. You can ask people in power to help close the facility or go witness and take a stand against family separation and for-profit prisons. You You can make it possible for others to witness by donating to the following GoFundMe. You can educate people about what is going on so they're more likely to contribute. You can support candidates that care about this issue. You can also share this video so that more people know what's going on.
The day Senator Warren climbed that ladder at Homestead and invited my daughter to stand with her to look over the fence and witness is something I will never forget. It was a big moment, but it was a big moment made up of many, many small moments. It pays to persist. The small moments matter.
No one leaves home unless home is the mouth of a shark. No one puts their children in a boat unless the water is safer than the land. You only leave home when home won't let you stay. I keep thinking about how the kids at Homestead are my age and even my sister's age, and they're being locked up even though they haven't committed any sort of crime. They're just trying to flee an unsafe country or trying to work for a better life. And so they come to the US. And what does the US do? The US locks them up. What is happening in this country right now is unfair, unjust, and unethical. And we need to work to end these detention facilities. So I wanted to work in some way to help these children. One thing I really love right now is photography. And part of why I like it so much is because it's just a beautiful art form. I love how it looks, but part of it is also because it's an amazing tool to, one, educate people, but two, make them feel a certain way and make them moved to act. And that's what I was really hoping to do creating this video. I wanted to make people move to act. So please share this video and help these kids who've been imprisoned even though they've done nothing wrong. In the weeks after I witnessed, children started being removed from Homestead, often by busload at 3 o'clock in the morning. As of today, August 2nd, 2019, there are no children at Homestead. Though this was originally called a shutdown, witnesses now know that there are currently about 2,500 staff showing up to work at Homestead, even though there are no children there. Caliburn is now admitting that Homestead is in standby mode and may accept children in as early as October. They will not tell the public where the children have been taken, and while we hope that some of them have been reunited with their family, we know that many have been transferred to other detention facilities. Witnesses are working hard to find out where they are so we can show up for the kids there as well. As it turned out, no children were returned to Homestead in October. Instead, Caliburn lost their contract. We believe that witnessing and the exposure brought by it helped to end Caliburn's contract. Unfortunately, Caliburn has just begun building a new detention center in El Paso, Texas. Witnesses are already there as well. Unless we end for-profit prisons and family separation, children will continue to suffer, whether it is at Homestead or somewhere else. You can help by contacting your representative today and asking them to help stop these practices.
What you do is like, what makes you strong.